Everything that you do is habit forming. And that includes hitting the snooze button. That includes sitting on the couch. It's all habit forming. You know what else is habit forming? Discipline. Setting the alarm and getting up. Going and working out. That stuff is all habit forming too. I recommend you form some disciplined habits.
Defeating those negative instincts that are out to defeat us is the difference between winning and losing.
That idea isn't going to execute itself. That book isn't going to write itself. Those weights out in the gym, they aren't going to move themselves. You have to do it, and you have to do it now. You have to fight back against procrastination. When you feel that hesitation, get hyper-aggressive. Kick in that door and bust into that room. Go. Do not wait. Take that first step and make it happen. You initiate action. You go. No more bowing down to whatever unhealthy or unproductive thoughts float through my mind. No more waiting for the perfect moment, and no more indecision, and no more lies.
All you have to do to kill procrastination is just start. You just go, and procrastination dies. So don't wonder how you overcome procrastination. It's easy. All you do to overcome procrastination is go.
Real decisions that move your life along are not coming out of your emotions, they're coming out of your head. Real opportunities have to come out of your head and not out of your feelings. Nobody who ever ran the Olympics and trained and worked out and finished and crossed the finish line effectively got there because they felt like working out. Your feelings will never cooperate with your dreams. Beat your feelings into captivity, because when you beat your feelings into captivity, that is what discipline is.
What's your tombstone gonna say about you?
I don't care how much money you make, you only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely.
Because that's all we got. That's what y'all don't realize most of the time. We don't get this again. We don't get this again. The car runs too fast. That's why we got to savor these moments. Because they right now.
Stop wasting valuable time.
Little things you're putting off, do it. And do it right now. I know you've got other things to do it. When you make a decision to do something, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to do it. You don't have to know how to do it. You only have to know you're going to do it.
Because as you focus on that which you want to do, that which we focus on, that which we give our energy to, it will begin to multiply. It will begin to expand. It will begin to develop your consciousness. And out of that comes your greatness. Out of that comes a commitment. Out of that comes a passion for life. Out of that comes a special power that you have in you that you haven't even called on yet. And we want to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to start living life with a sense of urgency and using what we've got, using ourselves up. Because if we don't, nobody else will. Start acting like this is your last day on the planet.
So what are you doing with your time? Are you doing something productive? Are you moving towards a goal? Making yourself better? Or are you letting time slip by, wasted?
You guys have an opportunity of a lifetime, and it's a short window. So why not get 120? Because if you get 120, it feels good knowing that I've run my own life because I gave 120. And was it difficult? Absolutely it was. But it was worth it.
Think about the things that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. You don't have time. You don't have support. You don't have the equipment or the gear. You're too busy, and you're too tired, or you're too sore, or you're just plain not feeling it. Lies, lies, lies.
You cannot let your impulses govern and rule your life.
I just don't want you to make the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again and call it life. I don't want you to keep doing dumb stuff and say, my life is miserable. No, your life is not miserable. Your ability to edit, to make adjustments, to make corrections is messed up.
If you don't like where you are right now, turn around and look at what you've done. You've built every single step to create this. No accidents. Just taking the easy road too many times, not getting up, not going for that extra rep, putting that extra mile in, the little inches of life that add up to be first place or forgotten.
There are some things that you're not going to get instantly. You have to wear them down by continual pressure over and over and over again. Consistently. You got to be consistent.
Consistency is having a goal, and when you wake up that day and you don't feel like it, you still do what you told yourself you was going to do. It is the days you don't feel like doing it, but you look at your wife, you look at your kids, you look at the country, and you realize that I am where I am because of other people's sacrifice. I got to get up and make it happen, even though I don't want to get up and make it happen.
You're going to wake up most days and not be pumped up. You're going to wake up most days and not feel like doing it. But when you can get to a point that you do it anyway, then there's no way you won't reach any of your goals.
When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare, and diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much. This has everything to do with pride. You got to take pride. I need you to give 120% and do it for the pride of who you are, because life is going to give you back what you give it.
What does a $500,000 a year person do that $50,000 a year person doesn't do? He does everything he's supposed to and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He makes money a little bit more. He saves money a little bit more. There's no easy way to the top. If you want to win in this life, you got to do what you're supposed to and a little bit more, and you can't ever stop at the finish line. You know what you got to do to hit a golf ball like me? You got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You go down, you hit 1,000 golf balls. You hit so many golf balls that your hands starts bleeding. Then you run up to the clubhouse, you wash that blood off your hand, you slap a bandage on it, and you go down and you hit another 1,000 golf balls. Yeah, you'd love to hit a golf ball like me if it was easy. Well, nothing good comes easy.
I don't care what's going on around you, because it's not what happens around you that determines your success. It's what happens inside you. And you can't control the elements, but you can control your attitude and you can control your mindset. You get one shot. You better make the kind of decisions that's going to take you to the NBA. You better make the right decisions that's going to take you to the NFL. It's one thing to dream about your destiny, but it's another thing to wake up when you know you're supposed to wake up, to write when you don't feel like writing that paper, to say no to that party, saying no to quit when you still got 100 more shots to make, saying no when your boss is saying stop, but you put in 50 more push-ups. You can't just talk about it, you gotta be about it.
Almost everybody gets there. Almost everybody's over the hump. Almost everybody has it going. Almost is a way of life to almost everybody, but the winners, they do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to have achieved something unique and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else.
All of us have seen our destiny at some point in time, and we decided not to listen. We decided to ignore it and say, no, that's not for me. Life came in and slapped us side the head, and we stopped dreaming anymore. The impulse to dream has been slowly beaten out of me through the experience of life. And that's what causes many of us to give up the experiences and the challenges, the defeats, the disappointments, and the failures of life. And we decide to prematurely throw in the towel on ourselves, or to sell out on our true potential, sell out on living our dreams.
The reality of life, whatever that truth is, it's not as powerful as the perception on how you see it. No matter what happens, it's the perception on how you see it.
I'm talking to you about elevated thinking. I'm talking about thinking in heavenly places. I'm talking about getting above the storm, you eagle. Stop talking to me about the storm and the recession and what's going on in the economy. That's for blue jays and robins and sparrows. Eagles fly above the storm. They don't read the weather report. They don't even care. Get above it. There is a way to get above the storm in your life. You got a reason inside of yourself. I'm better than this. I'm stronger than this. I will survive this.
I can live my dream. I can find my purpose in life. I deserve more for myself. This is not going to be it for my life. I deserve more than this. See, that will start making you do some stuff. And when I start changing that kind of mindset of beating myself up because of my mistakes, and start looking at the possibility of my doing better, of my making the adjustment that would enable me to do what I want to do successfully, things begin to change.
Nobody can do you like you do you. You are in a class all by yourself. Nobody. You be shocked what you could do if you would know what I just said. If you would just breathe in what I just said, you wouldn't be so insecure. You wouldn't be so intimidated. You wouldn't be so vulnerable. There will never be another you. You are in a class all by yourself. You got a voice like nobody. You got a fingerprint like nobody. You got thoughts like nobody. You are in a class all by yourself. You are one of a kind.
You can if you believe you can.
It is how you think about yourself. Because if you think wrong, you go wrong. If you think down, you go down. If you think you can't get up, you can't get up. If you think you can't be free, you can't be free. If you think you can't learn anymore, you'll never be able to learn. Your thoughts are either bringing you down or taking you up.
Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You're going to have to want it. You're going to have to want it bad. I want my head back. I'm tired of being drunk with grief and pain and frustration. I'm tired of going around in circles. I've wasted life. I've got to be smarter than I've ever been in my life.
You have to live the law of expectation. You have to expect your life to be better than it was, and it will be. There is no reason why it won't be.
I want you to throw off discouragement, doubt, depression, bitterness, distraction, foolishness. Woe be unto you if you go into another year and waste another year with the old mentality while somebody's in the hospital begging God for the opportunity that you have right now. You better step into this moment. I'm challenging you to change the way you talk to you.
I need you to look yourself in the face and I need you to repeat after me. This is my life. These are my dreams. I can have whatever I want to have. I can be whatever I want to be. I can go wherever I want to go. I can do whatever I'm bold enough, whatever I'm big enough, whatever I'm strong enough to dream. And what I need to do it is already inside of me. My goals will not be defeated. My dreams will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will defend what's rightfully mine. These are my dreams. This is my life. And from this day forward, I will live it.
Most things that never get done because they never get started. You wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and you wait so long that the thing doesn't even matter anymore.
And the days turn to weeks, and the weeks turn to months, and the months turn to years. Years of mediocrity is what causes people to be bitter. If you want to get around bitter and complaining people, get around people who are not seeing much activity. They're bitter, they're complaining, they're cynical, and they're jealous because nothing is happening. Because nothing is going on in their life. And if you want to stop that from happening to you, wake up in the bed and know what you're going after. Get up out of the bed with an agenda. When you have an agenda, you don't spend time worried about how you feel, because it doesn't make any difference how you feel. You woke up with something to do. Because if you don't start changing your attitude, you will miss your altitude. The problem is not the conditions, it's the discipline. There is no shortcut to excellence.
And your problem is you're not intentional and deliberate. You wake up on Monday and you might be strong, but by Wednesday, you're not intentional and deliberate. You are hoping that the best is going to happen to you, and the best never happens to you.
Know what you're going after. Be clear about your direction. Don't wake up in the morning and see if something's going to happen. Wake up in the morning to make something happen. Get up out of the bed with an agenda.
You got to decide that you're going to do something, and you got to do it every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. The problem with some of you in this room, you're a good person that just hopes the good stuff is going to happen to you. If dreams were easy, everybody would make them happen. The problem is that most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. Some stuff is just, you got to be powerful. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're going to forever be average, because to be great, you got to keep up. Take full ownership of your time, of your mind, of your day.
It is the struggle. It is the wrestling. It is the pulling. It is the trial. It is the temptation. It is the stumbling and falling and getting back up again. It is the aggravation and the intimidation that gives you foundation. It is worth it to look bad for a little while and come up looking good for a lifetime than to look good for a minute and come down in a flash. I've got to get some discipline. I've got to go through some struggle. struggle. I got to go through some heartache, but I'm working on something. And what I'm working on, it can't be instant. What I'm working on has got to be able to stand some stuff. I learn in the doing. I learn in the struggling. My strength tolerance increases. My ability to handle pain increases. My wisdom increases. My ability to deal with haters increases. I'm tougher now. I'm stronger now. I got more fight. Got more fire. It's not just the mechanical influence of robotically doing. It is just that as you go to do it, you learn things about yourself that you didn't know. You learn how to go through aggravation and heartache. You learn how to deal with obstacles and situations. It is the process that gives you the power.
And I'm telling you, you have not given yourself enough credit to say, I just need to get up a half hour early and my whole life will change. I just need to get up 1 hour early. I just need to work 1 hour longer. I need to stop hitting that snooze button. If you were to make that one change, that one sacrifice, you would stop dreaming and start living. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? How much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to try? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it.